Hello and welcome back to this day 4 of NaNoWriMo. Hope all of you are having a blast completing all your targets or words. Even if you're not, that's not a problem. Like yesterday, I had a awesome day. I could finish off around 2,300 words, and today I have not written a single word. It's 9:30 already, 9:45. I might be able to put up 500 words or 700 words before I go to the bed. So yes, some days are better than others, some days are not, but all that matters during these 30 days is that we continue to do our best. Keep on giving our best. That's all is what we can do. And keep encouraging each other, coming together and writing together. That's all. Just have fun. I think the whole thing should come down to one thing, that if I am having fun doing something, then that's okay. You should be having fun writing out that beautiful story that is in your heart. So now, before I start off a chapter or before I start off a scene, I would just like to tell you a little bit of preparation that I have done, just so that when I'm typing, when I'm going to write that scene, actually, when I write that chapter, actually, I don't have to struggle, I don't stop, I can fluently write. So, October was a month of preparation. I will just show a little bit of what I actually did to prepare. So, I went to Pinterest, beautiful place, and lovely people who put up all those wonderful pics and ideas and everything. They are such a beautiful help. So, what I did was I went out and I just downloaded the pics that I felt represent something from my story. Not exactly my story, but they just motivate me and show me that okay, this can be the character that I have. So I have got this beautiful printed sheets, and I keep them when I write a particular scene. I keep that picture of that person, the point of view that I'm going to share about. I just keep it in front of me, and when I look at that, I am able to get into that character and write, because I'm doing points of views. One is a male, which is not so easy to write for me. So I just keep this picture in front of me and then think that okay, how can this person be reacting to this situation, and that helps me to type out. Along with that, I have this wonderful sheet which gives a lots of questions which I have written down the answers before. It talks about money. How do the characters get money? Are they rich? Are they poor? What they use the money? What is their money relationship? Is there what kind of a government exists there? What is the name of the ruler? There are a lot of questions. Whether schools exist? What kind of jobs people do? What kind of food they eat? Communication, modes of communication, transport, travel. How do they travel? And especially the geographical location that my story is set up in. What in that age and in that geographical location, whether you'll be using more of ships or water transport, or they'll be going by roads or animals. And what is the social classes in my story, the kind of a story that I'm writing? The social classes matter a lot, the hierarchy of the social classes, because two of my protagonists belong to different social classes in that setup. When my story is set up, both these social classes have very different way of interacting, which also causes a friction between the story. So this questions really help me. The buildings, what kind of buildings these people use, the clothings. So before I could put a scene or try to describe it in my mind, I already have the clothing pictures with me. This is the way, and when I see that picture, I just describe that. So it's so easy. Literature, animals, special appearances, festivals, which is not in this, but I have included in my questions, like festivals. What kind of festivals they celebrate? Because a lot of my story happens around the festivals. Food is not a question in this, which I found, and the kind of food that they eat, the things that they prefer, and social gatherings, whether they drink, whether they don't drink, whether wine is available, what kind, what type is it made it of, also. So I then etiquettes, when people go to meet each other to each other's house, how do they respond? What are the ways they welcome a guest? What are the ways everybody doesn't go saying hello? So in that culture, in that setup, how do they wish each other? How do they shake hands? Do they bow down to each other? Do they fold their hands exactly? Or what do they do actually? Because when it happens, I'm able to put that properly in the scene. So when I'm writing, I'm totally into that word, that exist in my mind, and because I also need to see it visually, I do have a lot of pictures out here. I also have some charts that show what kind of the physical traits, personality traits, all that printed out in front of me. And the most important thing I follow is the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. This helps me a lot, believe me, because if I am trying to put both my characters in the same personality type, then it won't work out. So both my characters have to be defined in different personality types, because only then the friction between them will be so apparent. Okay, this personality type doesn't go with this personality type, or he or she is like this and he or she is like that, and when they come together with these differences, there is a friction. So this helps me tremendously when I'm trying to write, especially those scenes where the characters are in one place and they're interacting with each other and they're seeing one same thing from different point of views or different perspectives. And why do they get into an argument? Because they're looking at the same thing from different points. So that helps me a lot. And along with that, now if I have a portrait where I have my main character, my own protagonist written down, I attach this sheet to that, which describes the whole character. I mean, there's not a single question left out in this, which sometimes is not even relevant for me, but I do put that. I'm not going to put any of these in my story, like what is his distinguishing marks. It has got nothing to do with my story. I'm not going to put it, but still I write it in this because it makes the whole character so 3D, so alive in front of me. I can almost visualize him or her, his drives or motivations, the character stays, good regrets in life, what kind of a childhood they had, what kind of a favorite food, literature, habits, what kind of whether do they have siblings, what philosophy that person follows. Most of these questions I have got all this from the Pinterest, and I'm so thankful for to the people who have put it up there. And it makes my work very easy when I have charted down all these things and it's just right here in front of me. So I look at that and I just can do my scene easy. I hope that you found some of the information that I gave in little bit useful. If it was useful, you can continue to follow me for the rest of the NaNoWriMo days. All the best for all of you out there who are pushing out their best in this NaNoWriMo. We are in this together. See you again tomorrow. Keep writing. Be happy. See ya.